I'm back after a week off after being unwell, unfortunately, but these things test you. Certainly tested me last week, that's for sure. But here comes the question, guys. Liverpool are setting records nobody wanted under Arne Slot. Is there any way back for Liverpool under this fella next season? As things currently stand for me, I don't think there is. These are questions which I'm going to be asking, and to help me to come up with the answers, I've got my good friend from Norway, the Norwegian Red Alred, and we've got my one half of Anton Deck. Anthony's back after a sabbatical, like myself. How are you keeping, guys? Hope you're all well.
All right.
Good, you look like you're in the green room now.
He's got his own green room.
No, that's the other wall. You normally see that wall there. Got my new desk built up, and hang on.
Well, there we go.
It'll take a while. Hang on.
No hands.
It's very slow. It's a standing desk.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
You mean like this one?
He's going.
You mean like the one I have here? Bye.
So, well, I mean, it's been an absolutely fantastic bank holiday weekend of sport. Because we've had everything from Formula One, from the Halo World Snooker Championship to the Championship playoffs, or basically deciding the playoffs in the EFL. We've got the title race in Scotland, which is really hotting up now after Celtic went to Hibs and won, and ours beat Rangers the other night. And we've got the Champions League. Arsenal are in the final, unfortunately for me.
You forgot one thing. You also have the NHL playoffs. Come on, Hans. Come on.
Okay, yeah. For those of a deranged mentality, we've got the NHL playoffs as well. But that's for the Canadians and the Norwegians to fight over with the Swedish. What's it going to be? Well, you like it, not a lot, but you like it, as Paul Daniels used to say. And we've also had the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals. Arsenal in the final, unfortunately. And tonight we've got the second leg of PSG away at Bayern Munich. The score 5-4 to PSG, so it'll be an absolute baller. And we have got to discuss the Premier League. Manchester City dropping points away at Everton, Arsenal winning 3-0 comfortably, and Spurs winning 2 games back-to-back. Who'd have seen that coming? But the big question as a Liverpool fan has got to be this. If anyone
I saw it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, all right. Great, number 2.
And I've been ridiculed. And I've seen it. I have seen the light. Amen.
Well, let's see if you see the rest of the light then. But the thing is, this is the worrying thing for me as a Liverpool fan. We went to Old Trafford on Sunday, and for the first time in 10 years, Man United did the double on us. And for the first time in 89 years, Manchester City did the double on us. And the stats are just getting worse because for the first time in 112 years, Liverpool lost at Anfield to PSV Eindhoven. All these are stats under Arne Slot. Liverpool have got a minus 24 point swing from last season, and Manchester United a plus 22. These are stats which are absolutely shocking.
I mean, if you look at the season, the last season and this season, it is without it is almost a spitting image of the 2 seasons under Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers had that season where he almost made it. He couldn't go across the line, but he almost made it, and then he got sacked the year after.
Yeah.
You asked the question, is there a way back from this? I don't see it. I have no belief in this is going to be turned around, either with half of the players or the manager. I can't see it. We started a rebuild last summer, which is needed and still needed, but it has grown out of proportion. The players we need to get in, the numbers of players we need to get in this summer window is outstanding. And the fact that we have a manager that doesn't like Elliot. Now, Elliot is not an outstanding player by world-class standards, but he is a player that runs, he is a player that press, he is a player that wants to play for the club. The same thing with Jones. I mean, whatever they lack in quality, they take up in spirit and pressure, which we lost humongously in the summer. So for me, I don't see it. If we don't do anything, and we're not going to do anything, we are going to look at another 10 years maybe with shit football and swapping managers or whatever.
Yeah, before I say my piece, what are your thoughts, Ant, on the current situation and what Aldridge just covered?
I mean, to be honest, I don't even think he'll get a second season to make things right. But like Harold said, we had a rebuild just before this season, and I don't know whether he exactly said this in his words, but what I think is the rebuild's a lot larger. It's like so with the rebuild, it's not like we've done a rebuild.
Mm.
It's like we need more of a rebuild than what we did before, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this rebuild is more
because I've been looking at it. I've been looking at it, and if you look at the season overall now, 35 games, he's been playing 4 or 5 players.
1-0 PSG.
Yeah, he's been playing 4 or 5 players out of position all season. Now, the thing is as well, out of the top 10 teams in the league, we've not beat any of the top 10 this season. We've only taken 2 points out of 24 on the road this season. 2 points out of 24. And the thing is as well, like you were saying there about it being a rebuild, Alred and Ant, personally, I think the problem is, if you look at the 4 corners of the team, the left back, the right back, the left wing and the right wing, we've got rid of all. We've lost three positions have already gone. We're losing Mo Salah, so the 4 key positions in the team have been absolutely decimated. We bought the best overlapping left back in the Premier League last season, and he's not overlapping; he's underlapping. Kirkes,
Yeah.
Jeremy Frimpong. We should never have signed him in the first place. He has to go. Right, he's been playing Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai out of position. Gravenberch is not a number 6. He's playing Florian Wirtz in his wrong position. Florian Wirtz is a number 10. Now the thing is, he's going to be given a lot of money again in the summer. Now new signings is not going to put this right. This has got the blueprint of Manchester United and Erik ten Hag written all over it. Because I'm going to make a prediction here. Within 12 weeks of the season, 3 months, Arne Slot will be sacked. He'll be gone.
I agree with you. But what worries me is that it doesn't really matter if we get 15 new players and they're all world class, because I don't see what we're trying to do. I mean, I've said this before, and you all have done it. Under Klopp, when he came, from the first game, we saw what he was trying to do. He didn't have the players, he didn't have the legs, he didn't have anything. It took a year or 5 to build that one.
Yeah.
But you saw what he was trying to do. If a Arsenal fan or United fan or anyone who doesn't know football ask me what is Arne Slot's plan, and I'm going to say I have no idea.
Exactly.
It looks like our plan is to have the ball, take a long time and moving all the players up, in attacking positions. And then we lose the ball and we have no one in the back. It is a field day for anyone who has pace higher than Aldo. And
there's another thing for me, which is a big concern already announced. Liverpool, I don't know if you've noticed what I've seen, but I've come to the conclusion that Liverpool are no longer a serious football club. And the reason I say this is because, no, I know I can see you shaking your head, but let me explain why they're not a serious football club. This has got the smacks of Arsene Wenger when he was on his way out at Arsenal, and Fergie when he was finishing at United. They're playing keep you up in the tunnel at Old Trafford. We've never ever done that. You've got Cody Gakpo asking Casemiro for his shirt during the game. Right? And then you've got Dominic Szoboszlai walking off, pointing to the gold badge on his shirt to the United fans. This is simply classless Liverpool. There's nothing class about that whatsoever. We're not a serious club anymore. And the thing is, Arne Slot's turned Liverpool into a Dutch Eredivisie team. The football we're playing is Dutch pace, Dutch style, and he's been found out. Now, he's not a manager, he's a coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but he's not a manager. His DNA is not working. His system's not working. The formation.
But the fact that he's a coach isn't his fault. It is the club that decided to make him a coach, not a manager, because they don't want the power anywhere else than in the boardroom. That's the club's problem. That's not a Slot problem. Even if as long as we get someone who isn't Luis Enrique or that kind of stature, we are going to hire another head coach.
I mean, I'm going to ask you both a question, and I'll start with Anton this one first. I mean, I don't know if you saw the interview with Mo Salah after the game on Sunday night, where the players were different players, all his teammates and Jurgen Klopp and Declan Rice and Eden Hazard were saying what they thought about Salah as a person and as a player. And then Mo Salah said, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, but I have to go. It's time to go. Now, this was, 9 months after he signed a 2-year contract? So what the fuck's going on behind the scenes? And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg with Mo Salah, because they're all going now. Apparently, terms have been agreed with Juventus for Alisson Becker. It's just up to Liverpool now. Personal terms have been agreed. He's agreed everything. It's up to Liverpool whether they want to sell him or not now.
I mean, you could tell from the get-go, from before he announced his departure. I mean, it all stemmed from that game where he had that interview in the mix zone saying that he felt like he was thrown under the bus. That's when everybody knew, this is his last season. Yeah. That's why there's not as many emotional people, because everybody knew it was coming. But I mean, no one will, unless he came out and exposed the club for whatever's happened. No one will ever know. Unless there's a snitch in the club. But the thing is, I mean, I don't even know where to go with, because it is just falling down.
The thing is,
there is a snitch in the club, because the injury to Isaac came out, and it also went first to the shit we don't talk about. That new Rago newspaper, it went there first. So we already have a rat in the team or the club, and that is all usually the first sign of something that is seriously wrong. I think.
Well, that's what happened with Man United as well. There was a rat in that club, and then next thing you know,
and they still have it.
I mean, there was a rat in the club, and then next thing you know, he left.
Yeah, but
the rat in the club with fucking everyone else.
Do you know who the rat was at United? Do you know who the rat was at Man United?
Maguire?
No, he's doing it again now at Chelsea. Garnacho.
I don't know.
But they had a rat before. They still have a rat in there.
Yeah, but Garnacho was the main one who was leaking all the team information out and lineups and everything before the games.
I'm feeling it's Bruno Fernandes.
Well, you know something? I mean, they keep banging on about how good Bruno Fernandes is. He's the laziest player in the Premier League. He's played 40 games this season, and they're saying he should be Player of the Year.
Did you see him? Speaking of him being the laziest player, did you see him? So near the end of the game, where he went down, and I think it was either in our box or on the outside of our box, and then he stayed down, and the ref didn't call him. We were up in their end, within the next 10 seconds,
Yeah.
and he was still on the floor. And then about 20 seconds later, when he realised, the ref's not giving it me, he got up and trotted along towards the halfway line, and then obviously they then had a counter attack, and because he was just stood there waiting for it.
How that player can criticize and moan every decision that's made, and I mean every decision made in a game in 90 minutes plus.
Yeah.
How he doesn't get a yellow card, because if he doesn't get a free kick, he complains. If they get a free kick, he complains because it should be a yellow, and he complains 100% on everything.
Even does that to the ref.
Yeah, and he does that, and he runs up to the ref. He doesn't walk up. He runs 20, 30 feet and runs up to him and starts yelling. And how that player, I mean,
he gets away with it because he's the captain. That's it. Only because the captain's allowed to talk to refs. So the ref doesn't.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to run up and they are not to complain endlessly as well. So
the refs
he gets special treatment
for some stupid reason.
But
Gabriel does the same. He can do what the fuck he wants in that Arsenal. He can kill anybody.
You're missing one key point here, guys. It's Manchester United. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but Gabriel has the same in Arsenal.
So, and the thing is, looking at Liverpool, I've got genuine concerns for the future, because when you listen to Arne Slot's post-match press conferences, the amount of time he's coming out making excuses for the injuries we've had, VAR decisions, what are going against us, that's all part and parcel of football. But when he's constantly doing it, game after game after game, that just proves to me he's out of his depth.
The last one he came out after the United game, he makes a good point, because we had that situation.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
He has good points. We had the goalkeeper laying down and no ref, no blowing, and then somebody sits down where the ball even isn't in play
outside of the pitch.
Outside the pitch, and then he blows. I mean, he has, when it comes to the refereeing, and that's not just Liverpool. When it comes to the refereeing in the Premier League, it is shit. It is inconsequent. It is. There is a different rule for every half of every game.
I agree, and I just don't think he's the referee. I mean, I had a conversation with a Man United fan yesterday. He doesn't agree. He thinks the Premier League's competitive. I think it's gone backwards over the last 3 years. I think the standard
Premier League may be competitive, but not the refereeing.
I think the standard of football's dropped.
I don't think the standard of football has dropped. I think
really.
Let me.
It's definitely slowed down, but I don't think it's dropped. I agree with you.
Yeah, what the difference is that we don't kind of play football anymore. It's all tactics. It's all pressing. You are more an athlete than you are a football player. That's the difference. It is all tactic. I mean, before Premier League, before Arsenal, almost, we didn't know there was something called set beats coach. But now they are more in focus than anything. It's all tactical. It's all numbers. It's all stats, and it's all pressing. And that is what's changed. That's why the Bayern and PSG game is better.
There's definitely positives to it.
Yeah, because you have football players with skill, and they are utilized. If you come to the Premier League, your skills don't matter, because you have to fit into a system. Now, the system can be good, as in a Klopp and Pep when he was at his best. The system can be entertaining to look at, but you take away the individual skill of the player, the magic, if Messi and Ronaldinho and all these players were at their prime now, they would not play in the Premier League. It's not that they couldn't play in the Premier League, but they would be cut down to be one of 11. And for me, that's a difference.
Well, the thing is, with the Premier League, and the thing is, I never thought I'd ever see this in my lifetime at all. But actually, I saw it at the weekend. And it's the first time I've seen a manager through a game of football. And I never thought I'd ever see it happen. And it actually happened. A manager in the Premier League through a game of football. And that was you, Emery, for Aston Villa against Spurs. He threw a game of football, and it was a disgrace, an absolute fucking disgrace. That Aston Villa team were a disgrace that day, from 1 to 11. I'm the manager. From the first minute to the last, no wonder the Aston Villa fans were fuming like they were. They had every right to, because
I didn't see that game.
It was shocking, mate. I'm telling you, he threw it. Now the thing is, Liverpool were. I mean, yeah, we're fourth in. The thing is, Liverpool. There's only one team in the league scored least goals in the first half this season in the Premier League than Liverpool, and that's Wolves, right? And Liverpool have lost this. And Liverpool have lost the same amount of games this season as West Ham United, 19 in all comps.
Mm.
Now, if you look at the figures,
I still don't understand why we let Slot continue. I agree with some of the statements from the club when it comes to there has been circumstances he can't control, like injuries and death of Jota. But as I said earlier, we don't have a style of play. So,
there's something that I was going to mention before, and I'm going to mention now. It actually makes me wonder now, when the owners are sat there watching the game, or when they watch the game, and they see what we see, and then after the game we complain the way we do. Obviously, we complain with reason, but the way we complain with what we do, what do they go back and say? Like, what exactly are they watching? What are they taking? And like, do they sit there and like amongst each other while Slot's not there? Do they sit there and go, "Oh, actually, that wasn't a good game. He actually done really bad there," or do they just go, "Oh well, I mean, we don't have to pay for another coach, so we're not bothered."
I think the reason that he's still going to be in situ next season is simply because at the moment he's the cheapest option.
Mm-hmm. I think they'd be cheaper and better out there, but it's just no one would be willing to go out. And
look. But let's say Alonso gets a job now in the summer, right? And Enrique moves City or wherever. I'm not saying he would have come to Liverpool, but let's say those two options move somewhere in the summer, all right? That's two managers Liverpool would have liked to go after. Now, if the options that we would consider are leaving or getting new jobs in the summer, I'm sorry, I correct myself. When we then sack Slot in October, November, who are we going to go after? Because the options we have now are not available.
Mm-hmm. That was the problem with Slot, because we were too focused on Alonso and we weren't focused on getting anyone else. We then found out, or not found out, he then went to Real Madrid, and then we were left with a short list of managers. I mean, there were some good managers on there, don't get me wrong. But then it was from the get-go that, because it's so sudden, so close to the start of pre-season, we need to get someone in now, and we need to get them in with as little money as possible.
Yeah.
So they went with Slot.
And the fact that I'm not saying this is just Slot talking. It might be the board as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Slot says earlier on in the season he likes to work with a small squad. Now, who the fuck do you think you are? I mean, we're playing 60 games a year.
But this is what I said from the beginning of the season, and everything I said has come to fruition. Because
except Spurs.
Look at the state of that bench at Old Trafford. He didn't want a squad of 25. He wanted a squad of 19. Look at the squad we had at Old Trafford on the bench. And Gaz, our regular comment, Gaz, he's commented. He said that the standards definitely dropped this season. Arsenal would not have lived with a peak Pep Guardiola or Klopp side, and I agree with Gaz on that.
No.
And the thing is as well, when you want a smaller squad and you're playing 60 games a season, you reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then later on in the season you complain about how many injuries the club's got, and then start saying, "Oh, I'm lacking options because our list of injuries is getting longer and longer." Yeah, but
he's brought it all on himself. And I mean, when you was asking already about if Liverpool sack Slot, who would you bring in? To be honest with you, I was thinking about this yesterday. probably a lot wouldn't agree with me, but I don't want Xabi Alonso with 100 feet of Anfield. Right now, there's only one manager, and he's manager of PSG. But the other one I will, if you can't get Enrique, the other one I will go for, because I think if you put him in charge of a giant club and give him the backing, he will win you the league and he will win you major European trophies, and that's Unai Emery at Villa.
No,
because he's never had serious backing wherever he's gone.
But then again, you also said before about how he threw a game. We can't
exactly.
do with that.
Villa,
yeah, and you want
we can't be doing
with
that with our club.
And the thing is, you've got to look at the players what are leaving. Here's my question to you then, seriously now, because this is a big one. I mean, first of all, you can't replace Mo Salah. There's only one Mo Salah, simple as that. But
no, definitely not replacing. Who would you?
Here's my question to you both.
Yeah.
Who do you sign to take that position in the summer?
I don't know. I mean, we've been linked with every player that's alive, and the last one now today was Jared Bowen. And I be honest,
that's a good shout.
To be honest, well, he's too old for the profile we're playing. Yeah,
he's too old to develop.
But my point is, I really don't care who we sign because I am so tired of the transfer news. I mean, it is in the early days we had silly season. That was January transfer window. Now it's fucking silly season every day, 5 times a day, and I've stopped following transfer news when it's out of windows because we are linked to everybody. I mean, my dead nan, your mother, aunt, everybody is linked to Liverpool.
I'm glad you just said mother, not dead mother.
Yeah, I mean, the point is we're linked to everybody, so I don't really care.
When you look at the players what we've let leave because they wanted to go, Luis Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Darwin Núñez, to name 3.
He's another one.
For me, the Alexander-Arnold. For me, the Trent was not a big issue because for me he's been shit 2 years before he left. So
it wasn't. And we didn't necessarily let him go. He wanted to go.
Yeah. But him leaving didn't bother me because I was tired of seeing him walking around the pitch and not doing the job. So
was Virgil at one point.
Well, I think to be fair, I think we've had the best of Virgil van Dijk, and he's my favourite player. But I think I'm not good. It wouldn't surprise me if he comes out at the end of the season and says he's going. But I think he'll finish his contract and he'll leave it in the next season. But
one thing is the amount of players that we're leaving, right? And the smaller amount of players we're getting in. We lost 7 and bought 6 last year. That's one thing. The numbers is one thing, but as Salah mentioned, the leadership, the mentality, the players who are doing the extra work instead of just showing up and do the practice for 1 hour and then go home. That's the more worrying part. I mean, we had the big dog of all who led by example. We had Steven G, and then we had Milner. I mean, if you got caught slacking off with Milner, you heard it. Now we are kind of getting back to the way United's been run the last 5-10 years. You come in at 10, you do some moving with the ball and do some exercises, and then you go to the gym and have a coffee, and then you go home. That's not enough to be successful in Premier League.
Well, I honestly don't think that this squad of players is fit enough, because if you watch the games, you can tell within half an hour they're done, they're burnt out. They've had too much time off this season.
Yeah,
too much time off. And the thing is, the guy who sets the standards, and he's already told the guys upstairs, seriously, that you need somebody who's going to be the first in the gym and the last one out the gym, Mo Salah. He set the benchmark, Mo Salah, not Steven Gerrard. Gerrard was never the first in the gym and last out. Salah set the benchmark here.
Yeah, but they didn't play together. There were 2 different ways of showing how things is done. And Salah set the benchmark when it comes to physicality. Same with Milner as well. He was still the one who won every Ironman competition in the club after in the preseason every year.
Yeah,
He
the
was always
lactate test, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, this Liverpool team this season, they're absolutely shite. I've seen some shit Liverpool teams, me, and I can go back to the Rafa Benitez team, and I can go back to the Brendan Rodgers team, and I've seen some really shit teams. But this one's up there this season, I tell you.
And one thing is the tactical disposition, like Gaza says here. I mean, when the first season he was here, he could do changes, or it looked like he did changes and turn the games around. Now he don't know what to do. He tries if plan A don't work, let's do more of plan A. And then if that doesn't work, he goes to plan B, which is taking off Konate and putting a striker on in 3 fucking minutes of the game.
Yeah, and who's the striker he brings on in 3 minutes?
Every time. Exactly.
Right, here's my question to you. What can you do in 3 minutes?
Nothing.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. You can put Messi on for 3 minutes in that kind of situation. You can't do shit.
Hold on now.
I mean, if you come in, I mean, I agree with you, Messi. But the point is, given a short amount of time, it is hard to, if you're playing a low block team who's usually leading at that time, and then you come in and then you're trying to break that up.
It's definitely hard
to show what
you can do. Mm-hmm.
I have no issue with taking off a defender and putting on a striker, because I think that can sometimes work. United have done that many years with Maguire, or pushing Maguire up and use him as a target man. So I'm not saying that move is stupid. I'm just saying you can't do it for 3 minutes.
No, because I'm really struggling to find any positives in this season at all. And the thing is,
I have one.
This is the crazy thing now, all right? And you probably shoot me down in a minute, both here. But you know we play at the weekend, don't you? And they've lost the last 6, and they've lost the last 6 games on the bounce. So you know what's going to fucking happen at the weekend? We're going to lose to Chelsea.
Yeah, of course we are. And we're going to lose big as well. But I have one thing that's good about this. I have one thing that's good about this season. And that's it's over soon.
It's what?
It's over soon.
Not fucking soon enough.
No, I didn't say it was soon enough, but it's over soon.
But the thing is, this is how shit the league's been this year. Because if you look, right, we've lost 11 games this season in the league, right? We've not beat any of the top 10 in the league. We've only 2 points out of 24 away from home, and we're 4th in the league. How the fucking hell are we 4th? We shouldn't be.
Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, we really shouldn't. We should be where Tottenham is, basically.
Because I'm telling you now, there's right. You're not too big to go down, and all these people that have watched Sky today, and they're all coming out and all saying the league's done, Spurs are safe. No, it's fucking not. It doesn't work like that. There's some more twists and turns coming here, because the thing is, and I've said it time and time again. All right, Spurs have won 2 games back to back. Look at the next 3 games they've got to play, right? West Ham, right? They've got to get something on Saturday, otherwise they're going down. So don't be surprised if West Ham cause a fucking upset on Saturday against Arsenal, right? No,
I don't think they will.
Is that official? If they don't win, you go down.
Because if West Ham win on Saturday, they're down for me.
I said, is that official? Like, as in, if they don't get anything, they go down?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
But the thing is, I think West Ham But the thing is, it's not at Arsenal; it's at West Ham. And West Ham have twice beat Arsenal when they've gone to win the league and stopped them, so they can do it again. But
I think they've got more of a reason to win this game as well. One, to stay up, and 2, to ruin Arsenal's plans.
Yeah, but you guys remember, you forget one thing. They are in that position at the bottom of the league for a reason. One thing is wanting to do it. There is a reason why they're down there, because they
There's
are
a reason
not
why
good
we're
enough.
not fighting for top.
Yeah, but West Ham have
but
the same amount of games as Liverpool, 19.
Yeah, but the point, I'm not saying they can't beat them. I'm just saying there is a reason why they're down there.
Why,
Yeah, because they can win one game and they can lose 10, and then win one game and lose 4.
Exactly like us.
Yeah. So
you know, I mean, there's a very. I mean, if things continue the way they are at Liverpool and at another club, because the thing is, John Henry's coming for a lot of stake this week, but it's not from a Liverpool point of view. It's from the Boston Red Sox, and he's getting a lot of stake. But the thing is, I've never been anti-FSG. The modern day Liverpool fan need to realise that Liverpool nearly went out of business completely, and if it wasn't for John Henry, we wouldn't be in where we are now. And the thing is, if you look at how Chelsea's being run, if Chelsea
and United,
Chelsea 1.8 billion in debt, right, and they're not going to get Champions League football, so they're in shit creek. And if they don't appoint the right manager in the summer, they could be the next Tottenham. Seriously, guys.
I think, I'm not saying FSG is perfect or the best.
Nobody is.
But the point is, we've built a new training ground. We bought the old one back. We have won the league 2 times in 3 years or 4 years, and we have also upgraded Anfield twice.
Yeah.
And for everybody with half a brain knows that when you use that kind of money on,
you need to get it back.
Yeah, when you use that kind of money for infrastructure, that means there is less money for something else, like transfers. Look at Arsenal when they went to Emirates. Look at Spurs when they went to the new stadium. It takes a few years because you get that overhead from the new arena to use on players. So for me, they've done a good job.
Well, here's my question to you on the stadium issue then, Anton Alred. If you look at, and we can use 3 teams as an example here: Arsenal, Spurs, and Everton. Now, Arsenal moved from Highbury 6 years ago. They've not won anything in that stadium since they moved. Spurs have only won the Europa Conference. Everton, they're not going to win anything soon. Right, and
they didn't win anything.
So my question to you is:
are
you glad that we decided to stay at Anfield, or would you prefer us to move?
I mean, I wouldn't say in terms of examples of clubs that have failed when they've moved. I'd say I'd stay because of the history of that stadium. It's got more history than all those other teams. I mean, bar Goodison has history. Don't get me wrong, but not as much as what we've got history with ours. Like our stadium has a lot more history than all of them put together.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, all I would say to Everton fans is, I mean, the first derby they've had at the Old Dickinson, they lost anyhow. So, and all I would say to Everton fans is, well, you should have paid your rent, shouldn't you? If you'd have paid your rent, Liverpool wouldn't be in existence.
I think we did the right thing by upgrading Anfield. Everybody, I think a lot of people were afraid.
Upgrading is a good thing, yeah, but
I mean, renovating and upgrading,
it's needed.
Yeah, it is needed, because when you switch stadiums, and I'm not saying that never should happen, but when you do it, it takes a time before the traditions and the history kind of gets into that kind of walls at that stadium. You don't, when you drag with you, it's just paper. It's not in the walls. It's not. I mean, and Arsenal haven't won anything in a new stadium. Well, that really doesn't play into it, because the finals don't play there. I mean, the Premier League, that can help, but when it comes to the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Champions League, whatever it is, it ain't played there. The final ain't played there. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter that much.
I mean, the thing is, guys, as well, I mean, when the season ends, I don't think it's clear cut that Slot stays yet. I think it's still 50-50. because the way we performed at Man United, the second half, they give us 2 goals. And then we switch off and concede a third again. How many times have we switched off this season?
And
no, go on after you. Sorry.
I can't see him getting sacked in the summer, because if they don't believe, if the last 2 months haven't given them a reason for sacking him, I can't see them. I can't see any new reason for them to sack him. They should have sacked him. The only reason that he may be sacked in the summer is financially. But I don't think that's the reason. They wouldn't have said what they said. They wouldn't have said that he will be here next season or anything. I can't see a news. Unless he turns up nonce in the next 2 weeks, I don't think that's going to happen.
Unless I'm thinking off the top of my head or thinking like, I've been on the lash all night, but I just think the current situation, it just stinks of Man United and Erik ten Hag all over.
Yeah,
it
but
really does, because there's
a simple answer to that question of whether he's going to stay or go. We're not going. We can sit here and say yes or no, but we're not going to know until A, we see the news break out, or B, we see that he's making changes to the squads with transfers and stuff. Once he's making transfers, we know he's staying. Or once the club statement comes out at the end of the season, we know he's gone. That's the only way we're going to find out.
I agree with you, and that is also one thing that's kind of turned me off a little bit when it comes to news and everything, because I was tired of seeing this week he's staying, next week he's on the board, and then all in a matter of a couple of days he was safe, he was still being judged, and he's going to be sacked, and then because
there's 3 guys who report on Liverpool, and I follow them and I read everything they do, and I watch them on YouTube, and all three of them have come out and said they've not seen anything in this 35 games to convince them that things are going to change and get better next season under Arne Slot. They're all convinced that the change has to be made in the summer, because if it doesn't, this could set Liverpool back 9 years.
I think all us 3 and everybody else agrees with that, because we have seen nothing that justifies.
I think we've already gone back 2 years already in 6 months.
Yeah, but I agree with everything like that. I think Ant does as well, that we have seen no end of the tunnel for this project, but we're not in charge. We don't control the money.
No,
the money.
All you do is pay, all you do is pay for your ticket, and the thing is, I know the cop, the whole ground have demonstrated over the season ticket price is going up and the match ticket price is going up. But as somebody who had their own business for 20 years, I would say this to any match going Liverpool fan: okay, put yourself in a position where you run your own business, and the business that you have, the customers that you have, your overheads are going up, your products are going up, or whatever you do, or whatever business you're in, right? So I was a driving instructor, so petrol's going up, petrol's gone up, all my paperwork and everything I need for teaching's gone up, so I've had to put my lesson prices up. It's only the same with FSG and Liverpool. Now, it's not a massive increase, but if you're not prepared to pay the ticket prices, then somebody else will. That's what happened with me. I got priced out of it, and I'd had a season ticket since I was 13.
But that I can not disagree on, but that I can say a different point of view on it, because there are people who are Liverpool through and through, bleed Liverpool through and through, and I'm not going to discuss financial situations for myself, but there are families that are Liverpool through and through that don't have that sort of money to go to the game or take the kids to the game, and then to see that the prices are rising within three years or something like that, and like there's a cap on it or something stupid, whatever they came out with. It does break your heart.
it's going to go to £1,000 for your season ticket. I mean, we're not London, we're not Arsenal, we're not Spurs.
But I here where I live, energy prices have gone through the roof. Food prices have gone through the roof. Now the salaries are going up. The mortgages are going up. Now, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting in my country looking at this situation. I'm not a Liverpoolian. I am not English. I am not anything like that.
You're lucky.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're like Simicast and adopted Scouser.
But my point is that I see it from another perspective. And we have businesses here struggling because of earlier in the 60s and 70s, Norway was crowded with heavy machinery, boat building and everything, because the power here was so cheap that it made you could pay higher salaries but still come in as a plus when it comes to the production, right?
Yeah.
Even though it was further to ship it from Norway than from Germany. Now businesses here are having issues because the electric bill has gone up 6,000% or something for big companies. So I think when you, as Olo said, when the food goes up, salaries goes up, petrol goes up, and lighting and energy bills go through the roof, you have to do something. And I understand. I have a family. I have a kid. I have a wife. I have a mortgage. I have a job. The first thing, if things go shitways, the first thing I have to do is the luxuries. And whether we like it or not, I'm a local lad who supports my team. I play for Premier League to see that as well, to see Liverpool. That's the things I have to cut first before I cut anything else. And we have to remember that Liverpool is not the worst club in the world when it comes to this. We haven't raised the tickets price for how many years now? 8 years? Something like that. Everybody else has been going bonkers when it comes to ticket prices. FSG has not done shit.
Now, I mean, the thing is, what you've just said there, Alred, and obviously what I've just mentioned, and Anthony spoke on, I have got one huge concern now, Anthony. Right, because of what's happening, what he's just said is happening in Norway. You know what's going to happen now, mate? The fucking Vikings are going to start coming and raping and pillaging again now. 2026.
Let me turn all my lights off just to save money.
Coming
out again, mate. I'm telling you, the longboats are coming out again.
But you don't have any.
Oh shit!
You don't have anything that's worth anything anymore.
All right, okay.
No, I'll tell you what. Ask Deck, because he's been down to my house. He was down last weekend. Tell you something, guys. And when I went and picked him up, and I didn't know this at all, I went and picked Deck up, and he come out and he got in the car. I shit myself. I didn't realise he's 6 foot fucking floor.
He is a tall lad.
He's
huge. I've seen his videos when he's interviewing people.
He's massive.
Fucking hell.
He's huge.
So he's kind of my size.
He's built like a brick.
Fucking hell. Here we go. Harold's getting all fucking backed up. He's like, oh, so he's my size, is he? He's my size.
Yeah, well,
Scouse Viking.
Yeah. And my son's the same height as well. So when we come to visit, you're going to have a big
exactly.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm only 5'9". Fucking leave us alone.
I'm 6 foot when I stand up straight, me, but I'm 5'11" when I'm normal.
Even when I stand up straight, I'm still 5'9".
And you're not short. You're just a tall Oompa Loompa.
What the fuck?
Hey, it's a good job you're not an Everton fan, Anthony. They dyed you blue.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
5'9".
You still shop at the kids section?
Anyhow. So I mean, obviously, the good thing is, because I was at the Sky put on the figures, the financial figures for 24-25, And Liverpool made more money than any other club in the Premier League last year.
Yeah.
703 million we made.
I think that's where fans are also getting annoyed because it's like, well,
Yeah,
I'm still making more money and you're raising the prices. Why? But
You know,
from
so
what you have said, I understand it now.
it's a
Like,
catch-22 situation.
yeah, I
Because-
understand it. It's like it's something that I say they can't handle or they can't do anything about. But I mean, they can. But at the same time, if they want to keep up with everybody, they have to do it.
I think it's the timing of it because,
Mhm.
as you said, they've made more money than any other club in
Yeah.
England, and the timing kind of looks wrong. And I understand the arguments from our supporter side as well because it isn't that kind of much money as well. But
Mhm.
if you don't do anything when it comes to the cost, lighting, food, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you don't address that one, in 2 years' time, we're going to be 8th on that table.
So, we're going to. I think we're going to finish 4th now. So we're going to be in the Champions League next season, which is massive. It's huge. Man United have already qualified after beating us on Sunday. So obviously there's a league title to be won, guys, with 3 games to go. City have got a game in hand. You think the league title race is done and dusted now, or do you still think it could go to the last day?
It'll go to the last day. It always does with City. Always does. We thought we'd won it with like a couple of games to go, and then somehow they caught up, and then it came down to the last game. I think it was the same season where it was Villa versus City, and we thought they were going to beat them, and then they came back last minute.
Do you think the same thing will happen with the relegation?
I think Tottenham are gone. I do think Tottenham are gone.
Because I've looked at Tottenham's last 3 games. They've got Leeds, Chelsea, and Everton.
Oh, okay, maybe not them.
I think if Arsenal win against West Ham, it's gone. It's done. That's my opinion. Then it's done.
Yeah, you could be right though.
Yeah, if they don't win, it can, like Ant says, it going to the wire. When it comes to the bottom, I think it's between the 2 clubs we've mentioned earlier, and that is going to the wire no matter what happens.
Because Forest are safe now, aren't they?
With Tottenham, obviously, with the points that they've got, at what point does it become too late for them if they lose games? Is it still down to the last game?
Well, I think
that close to the ones above them.
Spurs.
I mean, West Ham have 36 and Spurs have 37. Those 2 are the only ones that really are fighting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's above them?
Sorry?
Who's just above them? Who's above Spurs?
Forest at 42. That means that West Ham has to win all 3 games and Forest have to lose all 3 games for them to.
And Tottenham need to win at least 2.
Yeah, so that means Villa, West Ham, and Spurs have to win all 3 games.
Well, yeah. As well as Forest losing, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and the other ones have to lose.
So who do you think's got the hardest running then out of the 2, West Ham and Spurs?
West Ham.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because they've still got. Oh, I fucking hate saying this, but they've still got to face Arsenal, haven't they? Whereas Spurs,
they've only won 3 home games all season, and they've got Leeds on at the weekend.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They've got Leeds as well, and
Leeds United are not going to roll over. Trust me, no chance.
But now the situation is reversed. Spurs is now 1 point ahead of West Ham. Now, if both lose at the weekend, they're still ahead. So yeah.
And then then Spurs have got Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
That one I think is going to be a draw.
Because the way it was looking like Spurs would get relegated against Chelsea. But I still don't think Spurs are out of it by a long way yet.
No.
It's not cut and dry as we say over here, but
like what we said, like you said, I didn't say it.
No, I just don't think it's cut and dry. I mean, the thing is, I think as well.
You've been very, very specific that ship has sailed and they are going
I
down.
still think Spurs are going down. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I mean, the thing what's annoying me is because Arsenal are in the Champions League final after Easter there. They're thinking now, oh, right, well, they're in such a good run of form. They're playing so well. They're going to absolutely steamroller West Ham at the weekend. It's a London derby. Football doesn't work like that. Form when it's a derby, form goes out the window, as we know.
Yeah, but it didn't go out when we met United. I know that it's not technically a derby, but I think it still is. But,
I mean, the thing is, Manchester Liverpool, Man United, it's not a derby; it's a rivalry. That's what it is. And the thing is well, looking at the other side of Manchester, the blue half, they want with us what we've got with United. They want a rivalry because they've never had one, and unfortunately, it's never going to happen.
I don't know. I think depending on the situation of the game, there's the first one, obviously where they thrashed us. We were going into that game after beating Real Madrid, and we went into that game heated because we were like, okay, we've just thrashed Real Madrid. Surely we can beat Man City because we know that they're now a top team. And we went into that with a lot of heat, and there is heat in that game. Like there is. It's not a big rivalry like the Northwest Derby with Man United or the Merseyside derby against Everton. It's never going to be heated like that because that's had a lot of history behind it, and this is sort of new. But there is that sort of rivalry between them that sparked from Pep and Klopp. That's what sparked it because of them two always clashing together, and that's what created the Liverpool versus City likes of.
But that's never going to be the same.
No, that's what I mean. It's never going to be the same. It's never going to be as big.
No,
but it definitely that's what sparked that sort of small rivalry.
That was more a rivalry between two world-class coaches and money versus.
But then there was other facts that came into it, like the fact that City are on constant form with winning leagues, we're on form with winning trophies, and it was like us two were the top dogs for a good couple of years. So there was that sort of clash as well, where it was like, I mean, we were both head to head with each other.
I mean, the crazy thing with the Everton City game, City were winning 1-0, and then for 13 minutes they forgot how to defend. Just for 30, they had 13 kamikaze minutes, and they conceded 2 goals. It was madness. No, Pep was going absolutely Simeone on the touchline. You know what I mean?
But, the only thing I'll agree with Everton here is they definitely got more time than they should have had in that match.
Who, City?
Yeah, especially with the Doku goal.
7 minutes had he won. I was watching the World Snooker Final, so it was 7 minutes had he won, wasn't it?
No, it was 6. It was 6, but they got it played to 7 minutes added on. I get that, obviously, with other stoppages as well, they sort of pause and then carry on the time. But from what I've seen, there was no need for it to go to 7+ minutes.
But the reason I don't think it's over yet is because you've got a guy there who knows how to do it. He's been there and done it and got the T-shirt. Where you've got Lego Head down the road, who's
Lego Head has gotten.
He's got a great squad, but he's not a great.
Yeah, but they got the energy back now since. I mean, if this had been the Klopp of old, they wouldn't have bottled it the last game. They wouldn't have drawn that one. City wouldn't have drawn that one.
No, if they were playing us, City would have won that 4-3.
Exactly, that's my point. They would have won that one if they had.
City would have won 4-3.
Yeah, but they would have won that game with Klopp and Pep of old. You know, they would have found a way to win that game, and they didn't. And that's the difference now.
So speaking as outgoing champions as we are, unfortunately, right? Yeah, I know. Right. Speaking as outgoing champions as we are, what are your thoughts on if Arsenal do win the league? What are your thoughts on them being champions? Do you think
it's definitely going to get overshadowed?
Do you think the way they've won it has been fitting or not?
No, it's been very dull. And I'm not saying this as a spiteful, as spite against Arsenal themselves, but it has been dull. It's just been constant set pieces and boring football played. Whereas everybody else who's won it.
Can we just, next time we speak about them, can we just correct it? They're actually called the Arsenal, not Arsenal. They're the only team in English football called the Arsenal.
I tell you what they're really called, but I can't see it on stream.
No, but
the Arsenal.
I really have to go.
But not here.
So I really have to go quite quickly. But I just want to say my answer to that one, because you weren't here when I said it, and one thing is playing. If Burnley is promoted and they play like shit because they don't have the quality and everything like that, that I can live with. What pisses me off,
playing with shit is different.
Yeah, they have the best squad, the best team in the Premier League. They could and should play like City did at the best with Pep. They should just kill everybody, and they
especially with the amount they've spent on players.
Yeah, they choose not to play that way, and that's what's kind of sets me off. But I have to go, guys. I really am sorry.
Guys, we will.
But you two guys can keep on. But I really have to go.
We've been on an hour, so anyhow, so we will leave it there. It's nice to be back after an unfortunate sabbatical, but thanks to Alex. It's great to have you back on stream, fella. You've been missed.
Yeah.
Thanks to Alred. Let's hope your boat's still in dry dock. I know when you're rowing over and
I'll be stood there with my white flag at the end of the dock going, please don't do it.
You'll see him coming down the River Mersey.
I'll talk to Floki and see what's up.
So that's it for me. I'm Alred, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.
Bye.
Good night.